Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Zombie Simon.
I am 6 frogs in a fur coat.
That is weird. Aren't they sticking to it?
Yes, it's really uncomfortable.
Ew. What are they doing in the fur coat?
Just chilling.
Why are they chilling in a fur coat?
'Cause it's sticky.
Oh, God. Is there a person in the fur coat as well?
No, just 6 frogs.
What happened to the person?
There never was a person. They found a fur coat. They thought it would be a good idea. And it wasn't good planning, okay? They probably won't do it again, but they're just going to stick with it for now.
Did they just leave the fur coat where it was and get in it? Or did they
Yes.
take... Oh, okay.
It was an experiment that didn't work out.
I still have so many questions, but...
Don't judge them.
Okay, I would never. I'm a zombie. Who am I to judge?
Exactly.
But if you like our silly videos for whatever reason, I have no idea why you would, but please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing over there near those frogs in a fur coat. But for now, we are having a couple of drinks that are called...
Nemesis.
Why are they called Nemesis?
Because it's something that you worry about.
Everything.
But when it comes to it, it's not that big of a deal. Just, you might even get on okay, so deal with it.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because it's Jägermeister.
Jägermeister. Oh man, I'm a zombie and even I can't drink this. Except clearly I can. But
Clearly I can. But
we are having a couple of drinks and surprising each other with trailers that the other person has not yet seen.
So what do we have next?
Well, next up, we have a trailer for a video game, and we don't do that many of these. We don't profess to be the world's biggest gamers, but this is the next game in a series of video games that I love. It's coming to every type of console, both new and current generation, in May, as well as on PC as well.
What about on my Game Boy?
Not on your Game Boy.
Why not even the Game Boy Color?
Not even the Game Boy Color.
What about the Game Boy Advance?
Stop.
Oh.
You're a bad frog in a coat. But for now, I want to check this out because people are looking at this trailer and losing their minds. And I've got a few theories about this one. So if you want to hear my theories, then stick around until the end and we will confirm or deny them after we've seen it.
Let's go.
Hey now, think positively, all right?
Come on.
How bad can it be?
We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Ho, 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 ho.
The castle bell heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Oh, nice.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony.
Oh, man.
I won't let you down.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
Really two witches.
Full of nothing but blood and death.
Whoa. Yes.
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
Nice.
Who the fuck are you? Let's see what you're really made of.
So, we've just seen the story trailer for Resident Evil Village, coming in May to everywhere.
Except the Game Boy.
Except any of your Game Boys. Okay, I'm going to gush like crazy on this, but before I open my mouth and suck all the oxygen out of the room, what did you think?
I've got one thing that's going to blow your mind.
Go.
So, we still have it on the screen. Look at where it says Resident Evil Village. Look at the where it says Village underneath. And look at what's highlighted in gold versus highlighted in silver. Where you see it says Village in big letters.
Yeah.
And you see part of Village is in gold and part is in grey. The part that's in gold of Village is Roman numerals.
Oh, wow, that took a lot.
See? That's how you blow someone's mind. You take ages and over-explain it.
Yeah.
Look, it says 8 in
Yeah.
Roman numerals in Village, and I just thought that was kind of cool. And I thought that you would nerd out about it because you made that stupid numbers joke on the other video.
Yes, a gross numbers joke.
Gross.
Yeah, that's a good point. So this is clearly the sequel to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, hence the Roman numerals 8. I did see something funky about Village, and I just didn't twig because of the nemesis. So what I had been reading about this is it bears a lot in common with Resident Evil 4, which is probably my favorite game ever. Maybe rivaled by some of the Zelda games. I think Ocarina of Time was up there as well. So I loved Resident Evil 1 as a survival horror game. Like, it was super tense. You had to get to typewriters to save your game. You only had so much typewriter ink, so you couldn't save very often, and that kind of added to how tense it all was. But it was definitely like you were walking through empty corridors, and all of a sudden something would come smashing through a window, and it would be a zombie dog. Whereas Resident Evil 4... you were suddenly in third-person mode with Leon Kennedy looking over his shoulder, and you had a whole armory of weapons. And you had like a limited armory as well, which seems to be the case in Village here as well. You had a case, and you had to kind of work out how to rotate things to fit in there to store that one extra round of ammo or whatever it was. But it was much more, you were sometimes fighting armies of zombies. You'd be in a hut and there would be zombies coming through the windows and smashing down the doors, and you'd be throwing flammable grenades down there to burn them. It was just epic, the action in there. And I feel like this has some kind of spiritual lineage from Resident Evil 4. I've got to say, I enjoyed 5. It was okay. It got a little bit campy at times, a little bit over-indexed on the action, I thought. Not so much on the scares in 5. 7, Biohazard, I like the concept that you were locked in this creepy house. There's this dad figure who is just lumbering around, and you have to kind of avoid him and try to solve puzzles and get out of the house while avoiding him. And every now and again, he pops up out of nowhere, and you think he's dead, and he's back again, and you hit him with a car, and you set him on fire, and you blow him up, and he just keeps on coming back. That whole thing about him coming back, and I also found it kind of annoying after a while that he was lumbering around in the corridors, and I'd have to hide and wait for him to walk past, and then I'd try to get back and do what I was doing, and it just became a little bit distracting, and it wasn't really scary for most of it. It was just kind of annoying having this lumbering idiot after you. I get kind of a similar vibe from Village, that, you're trapped in a castle, there's these creepy witches who are really big sometimes, have to crouch to get through a doorway, and have massive boobs, apparently. It was also a thing.
Yeah, so I'm still not following how tall, sexy women are scary, I guess, is what I'm not following.
You need to spend a day in my head. But yeah, there also seemed to be zombies in cowls. They looked really awesome. That kind of whipped things at you. There were a lot of kind of creepy, spooky elements. There were the witches that kind of had like bugs or bats or something that flitted together to form them. I like the fact that there are some kind of innovative bad guys, that it's not just shambling zombies in this.
Yeah, that was interesting because all the Resident Evil ones previously, and in the movies too, it's been very like zombie-centric.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it that the controlling power in this is not zombies and it's not humans. There's like some other element, whether they're like witches or vampires or something. It's an interesting twist on it.
Yeah.
That there's some other kind of undead, probably supernatural controlling force.
Yeah. And I will confess that I didn't complete Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I just kind of got annoyed and frustrated with it and turned it off and never turned it back on again. I'm thinking I may revisit that. I got maybe like 80% of the way through the story mode, and I don't know, just it was doing my head in. But I think I may go back to it and complete it before we get to 8 Village. VII, apparently. Well, friends, we hope that whether you are as intrigued and excited as I am, or whether you're wishing it was on a Game Boy, as you are, that you will come back and see us again anyway, because zombies or no zombies, big-breasted witches or no big-breasted witches, we do this every single day. And therefore we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Drunk, Evil, Resident, Trailer, Ambush.
Peace out, zombies!